What up, what up, what up? How we doing, people? Gearing up here for Canada versus Poland, round of 16 of the 2025 World Championships. Just going through the anthems right now. I have to say, Canada does sing our anthem better. We have better singers on our team than Poland has on their team. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Welcome to everyone from Poland who is here to hopefully not make too much fun of me. But you know what? There's some good vibes right now in Canadian sport with our women's rugby team taking down the All Blacks last night to qualify for the Rugby Women's World Cup Finals. So now here's a chance for Canada to beat Poland, potentially for the first time ever in our history. I know that's a long shot, but we got to believe, right? We got to believe. Poland in 5, Dev, come on. Don't give me that. Give us a little bit more support, please. The starting lineup. Oh, looks like we got the normal starting lineup that we've had. Hislinga, Hogue, Show and Her, McCarthy, Jimma, and Curry. Let's see what we got on the Polish side of things right now. Oh, I accidentally paused it. I don't think we beat Poland during Olympic qualifiers. No, we went to 5 with Poland at the Olympic qualifiers. We have not beaten Poland ever. Kurek gets the start. Okay. All right. Kurek, Komenda, Leon, Semeniak, Huber, Kokonowski, and Popivchuk. Interesting. Actually, okay, we're just going to turn off Clayton Lucas here. I don't really need any of that. I'm just going to listen to this raw dog it and be my own commentary. Kofi getting the start. Of course, he's going to be heading to Poland this year, playing for the defending champs Lublin, alongside Marcin Komenda and Wilfredo Leon, as well as Kevin Zasek on the bench. Show back at the national team for the first time since the Tokyo 2021 Olympics. The brand of my earphones it's the Sennheiser Momentum 4s. I had the black ones, and then they crapped out on me, and they were still under warranty, so I got them replaced, and they sent me the silver, which I wasn't too happy about. I really preferred the black over the silver. I just thought it was a little sleeker, but they're honestly fantastic. They're noise canceling, wireless. I absolutely love them. With my neurodivergent brain, sometimes I just need to block out external stuff, and I'm way more productive with them when I'm wearing them. What do you think of the odds are for this match? Ooh, I think it's about probably 8-2 in Poland's favor, but we still have that 20%. We still have a little bit of hope. But I still believe in my boys. We did take Poland to 5 in the VNL this past year. We did take them to 5 at the Olympic World qualifying tournament. Oh, that was a much different Canadian team with a much different roster. So right now, I'm just hoping that my boys show up and play the way that we can, unlike we did against Turkey. A quick question. Did you see or follow the game between Turkey and Holland? I did not. It is currently 8 a.m. in Canada, and I was sleeping. That one was Canada is Toronto specifically is 12 hours behind Philippines. So if it's at 3 in the afternoon in the Philippines, and it's at 3 a.m. here. Now, I may stay up to watch tonight's game because it's Argentina versus Italy in the morning slot, in the early slot. So I may do that. But right now, for a match that I was pretty sure was going to go Turkey's way, I'm going to stay here. And as we get ready, they're doing the countdown in the stadium. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want to link up with my stream, we are underway. What's up, Oscar? How we doing? Semeniuk will get us to go in to start here in the round of 16. First pass is tight. Show with the swing. Not tracked down by Popivchek. It's a good start. Much better start than we had against a much better start than we had against Turkey. Netherlands choked, or Netherlands just not that good. No offense to the Dutch. I think they've been a lot better at the World Championships than they were in the VNL, but yeah, I don't think it's necessary. I guess I'll have to go back and watch it or see or consult the Discord to see what they're saying and thinking. Right, here's another guy that plays in Poland who knows how to serve against these guys. Finn McCarthy, one of the best serving middles in the world, back at the line. And if Canada is going to have a chance, their serve block game needs to be much better than it was. Oh, that's a big swing there by Kurek. Of course, an absolute legend. Two-time world champion. Yeah, just going on the back door there. Oh, it's a lot better. I can finally see. Huber hadn't going to play in Japan this year. A volume booster. You guys need me to be louder all the time, or? Sorry, right now I'm reading the Discord. For those confused on, oh, what a good up there. What is going on with this angle? Oh, another good cover. Hogue on the third time, and that's out. Let's go. Good start from the boys here. These are some good signs. These are some good signs early on. We got a smiling Dan Lewis. Love it. You'll love to see it. Kuba just left all alone there. Advanced audio properties will bump things up a little bit. Problem is that I get loud sometimes and it gets peaking, so we'll have to see. You guys let me know how that audio is. I do need a new mic. Like this SM58 is not designed for this. It's designed to be up close and personal. All right, 3-2 Canada early on. Show on that C ball. Oh, that's a good pickup by Popivchek. Now Leon is just going to chip it over. Oh, is that going to be on the net? Yeah, I think that's going to be a net call on us, eh? He threw that one down. Is he on the net? Oh, great dig there by Popivchek. Yeah. Have to cheer, though. You know, you have to pretend it's on your side. Oh, good pass there by Hogue on Kurek. Show on the C ball. I think that's long. Oh, they're giving that in. Okay, let's go. Good little start here for the boys. Swinging away nicely. Yeah, I don't think that the Netherlands losing 16-19 in sets 3 and 4 is necessarily called a choke. To me, that is a normal Dutch performance, and Turkey did exactly what they needed to be. That Turkish team is way better now that they're playing under Slobodan Kovac. Leon, his first time at the line, gets the ace on Curry. Once again, Leon has never won a world championship. He was not a part of either the 14 or 18 team for Poland. He did get a second with Cuba back in 2010. Oh, great swing by Heslinga. We're looking. We're looking good. We're looking good. I'm happy with the way Canada's been playing in these very early moments. It's a fantastic swing by Isaac, high off of Kokonovsky's hands. Once again, we're trying to embody the spirit of the Canadian women's rugby team that has qualified for the Women's Rugby World Cup, taking down the All Blacks last night. Now, in all fairness to our rugby team, they were ranked number 2 in the world heading into the World Cup, where, you know, Poland is still ranked number 1, and we're ranked 8th, I think, 7th, I think, 8th. Oh, that's a big block there by Hubert and Komenda. Isaac trying to go for that trailing outside hand. Huber, though, a fantastic blocker. And yeah, the stream will be delayed. So if you're just joining at this point, the stream will be delayed because I'm still watching it on the same VBTV stream as you all. Oh, Show gets picked up by his friend Leon. They did play together a season in Perugia. Oh, there we go. Oh, another. Oh, just a little bit of. I'm not necessarily going to call this undisciplined play, but that is already a couple of errors on the net from Canada. The first one, Kofi on the throwdown, then Hislinga on that one. Just need to settle in things here a little bit, but they can't let the game get away from them too early. Great pass by Hogue, and a good use there by McCarthy. What is going on with this broadcast right now in angle? Is anyone else seeing it as a little bit weird? It's a little bit higher up. You're going out from like a little bit more of an acute angle down. Joe, it is far too early to start drinking on a day that I have to go see my family. It is, yeah. I can't drive to Burlington if I've been drinking. Oh, that's a good swing there by Semeniuk. To be honest, people saying in the chat that, you know, this is Canada's chance without Fornal out there. I think Semeniuk's better, especially on this team. Like, Fornal is a fantastic P1. This might be a quick one. Oh, yeah, just call that timeout. That's 3 just points just given to them here early on. As McCarthy was saying there at the beginning of the timeout, Canada needs to say, Canada needs to stay aggressive. That's the only way that they stay in this game. And they got to go at Poland. Playing passively and, you know, kind of waiting for other guys to play that ball isn't going to work here. Good pass. Hogue's been on the money in serve receive early on. That's a good sign. Just need to settle down a little bit. That's a good block. Go. Oh, that's up. That's alive. There we go. Hit it, Hogue. A little harder than that, but at least he takes Komenda out of the play. Oh, good dig there by Hislinga. That's a tough one. Out of system, 3 hands in front of him. Despite the 11-6 score right now for Poland, I don't think that Canada's playing too terribly. Just a few things that needs to be tightened up. You know, I think it's a much different situation than how we were down against Turkey in the in pool play. Oh, we might be seeing an early sub here for Isaac. We'll see. Oh, there is coming in early is Jackson Young. As Hislinga has struggled here through this first set. I do think he has a kill, but that's a number of errors early on as the tip from McCarthy is now blocked down by Semeniuk. Oh, that's a really, really good read by Semeniuk. I have to give it that to Kamo. That was really, really well done. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Show off of Kurek. Once again, Show played with Kurek in Warszawa and Oniko Warszawa back in 2017, 2018, and then 2018, 2019. Also played with Leon in Perugia. Young with his first ball touch of the game is a missed serve. So early on here, Canada is struggling. And like 5 missed serves, Jesus. 5 missed serves. We've been aced twice and blocked 3 times. Poland is not even having to swing at the moment. Oh. But I still think we're playing better than Turkey so far. So we just need to get a little bit of a momentum here. Yeah, Poland has 15 points and only 2 attack points early on. Ooh, Joe, actually, like watching while walking on a treadmill actually sounds kind of nice. Oh, good. Hogue has been passing really, really well. I really like that swing from Jackson. Just get the boys rolling a little bit, you know? Just get a little bit of momentum. Oh, that's a really good set there by her, setting him right into the gap on the pipe. Honestly, like, oh, really good pickup there by Young. Here's a chance for a transition point for Canada, and great swing by Show. Love that. Love that. I will be honest, Polish fans, is that I'm other than in this match, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for your team. I want Leon to win a world championship. I want Gerbich to win a world championship. And I truly think that right now you guys are the best team in this tournament. However, that doesn't say we can't win. Volleyball is volleyball, and sometimes some weird things happen, and this has been the weirdest world championships of them all. Looking for a foot fault there. Ooh, nope. That has been a bit of a thing for Show throughout this tournament, which is funny because, you know, he is coming back to the international game, and absolutely love seeing him back in the Canadian jersey. But, you know, the court is the same size everywhere. It's still 9x9. Shout out. No matter what. Well, it looks like they go to a 4-man serve receive on Show. Goes up a peeve check. Hey, Kofi taking down Kuba in the middle. Nicely done. There's going to be a lot of that potentially this year in the Plus Liga. Kofi heads to play for Lublin. Really well done. Right, especially as he's pushed over to that forest side, he's only got, like, either you can go hard cross or you can tip back to 1. Yeah, let's go. Ace by Show. Let's go. Oh, such a good job right between Leon and Semeniuk. And that is going to be a Poland timeout. And once again, Pivchak looking for the replay on that. You can't challenge a replay. Oh, Gerbich, we're not even getting any yet. High ball. There's no word in Polish for high ball. That's funny. Just a bunch of Polish and high ball. The thing is, like, with, like, Polish is a language that I don't like. German, there's because, like, English is a Germanic language, right? So when you start hearing German, you're like, oh yeah, I can hear this. Or like if there's Italian or Spanish or even Portuguese, like, I speak French, so there's a lot of parallels there. Polish is the language that I hear, and I'm like, huh, what is going on? Show puts it in after the timeout. Love to see it. Now roll. Okay. Leon. Leon. Cindy Cabrera, if you're looking where to watch, VBTV. If you are in Canada and Canadian or have a VPN, you could go to cbcsports.ca. That's also where they're playing it. And then also, if you are a member of the Volleyball Source Discord, which is free to join, the link is down below. There's always some nice people in the Discord who will provide you with a nice little free, less than legal link, let's say. You know what? I think Hogue has been really good in this match too. If we just refresh some things here on the stats, I don't think he's made any errors yet so far. Oh. Leon, man. That's a bad man out there. And he's hitting the ball hard today. Hard. Yikes. Oh, good pass there by Curry. A little low now. Hogue out of the pipe. Kuba is right there and seals that net well. And Poland back up to a 5-point lead. F. Madrid. Sho was a member of our national team from 2017 to 2021. And then after the 2021 Olympics, he decided to take some time away from the national team. Holy shit, Leon. Leon is on another level right now. Like, he is hitting the ball hard. What's the speed on that? What is going on here? Make them earn the base ace. Lewis is saying that they're not serving to that last, third of the court. They're not serving to the last meter. So step up and make them try to hit that shot. Leon hit that ball at 126 on that serve. All right, once again, he is speeding. He would be getting a speeding ticket. Actually, 131? Okay, even better. Wow. Actually, 131 isn't quite speeding. Not in Canada anyways, where some of our highways are now up to 110. Yeah, Leon is definitely in kill mode. Once again, I think he's a man on a mission. I think he wants to go win that world championship. Like, Leon is the first player ever to win, league titles in the 3 major leagues. He's won it in Russia. He's won it in Italy. He's won it in Poland. He just needs those big major trophies. He's won a Champions League. Yeah, Kasser, I don't necessarily disagree with that. Like, Leon has played a lot of volleyball in his life, and I don't think playing Qatar and Romania is something he really gets up for. Even like that, none of those pool plays were any matches that, to be honest, Poland even needs Leon. But you need to be out there to be playing to keep the motors rolling. And it was a good play there by Jackson Young. I really like his energy that came into the lineup here so far. I've really enjoyed having him on the national team this year. I'm really happy for him. A guy who's was kept off the B team last year. Wasn't even picked. Oh, pick up by Sho. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there. McCarthy should have gotten it. Hey, good pick up by Elser. Oh, McCarthy. I need to see him challenge for that a little bit. Natalie Smith, we need to have a little bit of hope here. We need to have a little bit of belief, okay? Yes, are they the best team in the world? By my estimation, yes, 100%. But that doesn't mean they can't be beaten, okay? Looking to see here if it is a beyond the net challenge, and I mean, depending on, yeah, not only was it not beyond the net, did he push it beyond the net? Yeah, but also McCarthy is right there challenging that ball, and if someone's there blocking, like you can't make that call. Alistair comes out after his serving sub, pretty good dig to get it going, and McCarthy's just saying like, I got to be there, I got to be there. He did lose himself a little bit, it was a very un-McCarthy-like play. He's a fantastic athlete. He is an exceptional athlete. Didn't get much on that one. Just a little too high for him. Oh, Curry will be able to track this one down. Oh, a little bit tight on that set. Comenda gives it to Huber. Oh, it's still alive. Shovels it back over. Good play. Back to Huber. It hits Hogue and down. Two things are happening right now. Canada, has just been hit by the error bug a little bit, especially from the baseline, but also Poland's offense is just absolutely cooking right now. Comenda doing a fantastic job. They are 7 for 19 so far with no errors, and they've only been blocked once, whereas they have 4 blocks at the moment. It's going to be outside here to Young. Oh, really? Once again, Jackson. Jackson needs to be on a better contract in a better league. Absolutely, like him playing for Friedrichshafen for a 3rd year right now, I think is not a waste, but he can do better, right? Especially like I think some teams are going to be clamoring after him with the way that he's played at the VNL this past year and the way that he's showing up right now. There we go, McCarthy getting one back. That's Canada's first block of the game. Oh no, it should be the second. Should be second, because Kofi got that block on Kuba earlier. Yeah, second. Easy pass there by Leon. Outside Semeniuk. He had no one on him as Show completely missed his blocking assignment. He pinched onto the inside to cover on Huber. And Semeniuk got the absolute 1-0 out there. Holy shit, Semeniuk. That was a really nice buck. I'm a big Semeniuk fan. Big shout out to Adanos, who's a big part of the Discord, who's a big Zaxa guy and put us on Semeniuk even before he started to being a star. Love his story and his come up through the Zaxa program. That's a good dig by Elgert. Show on the left side now. Rolls that one over. It's picked up by Popivchuk. In the pipe to Leon. McCarthy gets him on the 1-on-1. Those guys are friends, having won a championship this year in Lublin, and that is something that McCarthy has been seeing for an entire year now. And Kulak shut down by the block. Let's go. Canada's blocking, getting going. Canada blocking. Well, Natalie Smith, when we're talking about Semeniuk, he was never a guy who, in this fantastic Polish system and all the talent they have, he wasn't one of those top guys coming up. He worked his way up through the Zaxa system, worked his way onto the court, and is now, in my opinion, one of the best left sides in the world. He just stays really, really calm. I love the way that he plays. He's not too flashy, just keeps things straightforward. Like that swing on the right side to finish the set is a perfect example. He sees the blocker's trailing, looks for that late blocker, goes to the inside of the gap, gets the side out, and they win the set. No need for too much of flair out there. And once again, this is not me hating on someone like Fornal. I love the way that Jan Fornal plays. Thomas Fornal. Jan Fornal is his older brother, who Jackson Young beat out for a spot at Friedrichshafen 2 years ago. But I just like Semeniuk and Fornal are two different players, and I really like the way that Semeniuk plays. Just really steady. Now we're going to look at some of the stats here. Actually, we'll bring up the stats for y'all to see as well. Looks starting with Canada on the stats, got 16 points. Actually, let's make sure that this is updated. Yeah, 4 blocks for Canada, 11 for 28 in attacking. Only that one unforced error though, so not terrible. But our serving is really where things need to be better for Canada. Can't be missing 5 serves in a set like that, and especially against a Polish team right now who's only making 2 errors. Wow. Really, really efficient for Poland. Now, the reception hasn't been fantastic, and that's something that Canada could really use at the moment. But 9 for 25 in attack, 5 blocks, and 3 aces. So Poland just coming at us with the entire game right now. But I'm not feeling too down after set number 1. Obviously not perfect from Canada in the first set, but a much better showing than we saw against Turkey in terms of what this team can do. Show leading the way so far, 4 for 9 in attacking with a block and an ace. So he is having a fantastic bounce back game, as I expected him to. I know a lot of people haven't watched Show, but he has been a consistent top 5 scorer in the Japanese league for the past number of years. Scored over 800 points for the Sakai Blazers this year. And when you look at that Sakai roster, it was him, Luciano Polonsky, and none of the Japanese national team guys. Talking to Polonsky this year in Quebec City about playing for Sakai is that they don't really invest in any of that local talent. And in the SV league, sure, they're opening things up to more foreigners, but having that local talent and having those domestic guys is super, super important to success, as we see this head-to-head here. Show and Semeniuk. Semeniuk, really good job in that first set. Really good job by Semeniuk. He's 4 for 8 on attacking with 3 blocks. Okay. One for 2 for Kuba in the middle. Kurek, 1 for 5 with a -20 efficiency. It'll be interesting to see if they keep him in there. Has Kurek played all the games for Poland? I know that Sasak played a lot, but Polish national team is the only one where Semeniuk can be on the bench. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I don't think any other team in the world would have him on the bench. Like, the only other team that has that much depth on the left side, in my opinion, would be like USA with like TJ and Russell and Jashki, but still, I still think that Semeniuk probably gets slotted in over a guy like Jashki for sure, and maybe even Aaron Russell. And so that's Poland doing the first ball, get Kurek going, get him going. Kamil Bolek, if you're looking for a stream other than on VBTV, if you have a VPN, you could go watch on cbcsports.ca. And if not, you can head over to the Volleyball Source Discord. It's free, and the link is below. You can ask in either the World Championships M server or the live stream server if anyone has a link. And I guarantee someone will. We got a bunch of cheap bastards in the Discord. Actually, with some of this quality, it doesn't really make, Lewis, don't. He shouldn't be challenging that. It's too early for that challenge. Yeah, it's not even close. Bravo. Who's the ref for this one? Ozan Kagi. Looks like a Turkish ref. Turkish ref knives. Got no problem with that. I think the Turkish refs are, they see a lot of good ball. Kurek, another good serve. Right at Jackson Young, who got the start in the second. They didn't go back to Heslinga. I like that choice. Leon is just hitting the snot out of the ball. I mean, Dominika Burry, like Komenda, is a Plus Liga champion. He just led Lublin to their first championship ever. I like him. Like, I think he's been a good ref so far. Leon is illegal. I mean, considering the political climate and like when you say illegal, I think of something completely different. And the fact that he's Cuban is, a little funny. So not a terrible showing so far from Team Canada. Not great either. Could be a little bit more fight at the moment. Oh, and another one. That one's tough coming in off the tape. Keep my ref's name out of your mouth. Oh, that's a tough one. Not only just crushing the ball, but just a little bit of a dribble on the tape is going to change that trajectory just a little bit. Going after Show, passed off the net. They'll go cross court to Hogue. And what happened there? As Hogue gets absolutely bailed out, was someone in the net? See, that's a net call that I don't think should be called. That has no bearing on the play, no bearing on the game. His chest is in the netting. It's not dangerous. As much as it like worked out for us, I still don't think it should be called. There we go, Curry with a good dig. Now on that pipe to Hogue. What a rip. Great run in transition. I love that steal. Really good decision by Max Elgert. And I have to say, I've been supremely impressed by Max Elgert this year. I used to say where I didn't really think he had a shot to play for the national team, and I'm glad I've been eating my words. Because every time he's pretty much every time he's come in, he's really impressed me and done a really steady job. But that makes sense that he comes out of that Golden Bears setting academy. As it looks like it's inside. Oh, Kofi is picked up. That's tough. That's tough. That would have been a really good opportunity to even up the score here. I thought we had it off after that really good serve. The back flipper by Semeniuk to get it up. But there was just that miscue. We need to be better in transition. Like, we're not going to get many chances in transition like that. And we need to put those balls away. That's a tight pass over to... Oh, there we go. Bump kill by Landon Curry. He'll be going to play for Cisterna this year in the Italian Superlega. Bit of miscommunication there from Ubert and Semeniuk. Kofi's serving this game has just been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, even without Leon, like, Poland is the best team in the world. Like, I've been saying it for a while now. I think they have one of the best leagues in the world, and the depth on this team is absolutely ridiculous. Yes, great swing, Jackson. Great job. Jackson coming out of the Packman Volleyball Club, same as Show. In Mississauga, Ontario. Mississauga is it's not a suburb technically. It's its own city just outside of Toronto. Actually, if you fly in Toronto into Pearson Airport, you're basically in Mississauga. Kurek now on the left side. Oh, that's a really good sight. That's a veteran shot right there. Just staying a little patient, waiting to see that gap open up and going down the line. Oh no, he went right through Show's hands. Right through Show's hands. Show tips that one down, but it's picked up by Popivchek. Back outside the Leon, who hits the inside hand of Finn McCarthy. Going for that trailing blocker in transition. And that's a 3-point lead here for Poland. Ooh. It's just that little shift that he makes to the outside to be able to hit that angle. Only Italy can beat Poland right now. Once again, they're human. Poland is human, right? They can lose. We saw that in the VNL. Like, we've seen it in past years. Hell, like, how many years throughout the 2010s were they losing to Slovenia in the quarterfinals? What's up, Ozzy? How we doing? Right? They're not unbeatable. This isn't a video game. Let's go, show. Let's go. Hey, you got to hit hard to get blocked hard, and that time he got blocked hard. But Natalie Smith, I also do agree that, yeah, like it's a tall order to beat Poland at the moment, especially with this roster for Canada. Hey, I thought that was going to be on us. I thought that was going to be on us. Is a center line a violation? Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure a center line violation. Absolutely. Okay, we're all tied up at 9s here. And that's the thing, is that, like, Poland isn't immune to having a bad game. They're not immune to getting into the error bug. Oh, a net touch there on Canada, as it was a really, really good day by Jackson Young in the back row. This ref is having fun with it. Yeah. Top tape, too. I can't even complain about it. Huber is actually, I said McCarthy is one of the best serving middles in the world, where I think Huber might be the best serving middle in the world. But I love that play in transition. Just beating Kuba with speed is something that doesn't really happen often. He is an undersized middle, but his ability to hit that ball fast and to find those angles really quick. He hits underneath quite a bit just because of a lot of his speed and his footwork. Oh, that was an easy pass there from Kurek. Cross court. Fun fact, when I first started watching Kurek play for the Polish national team, he was on the left side. And then in 2012, Poland came here for World League, and I had to take him. I was working for Volleyball Canada at the time, and had to take him to the hospital and got to chat with him a little bit. And he called himself a passing opposite. He didn't really consider himself an outside hitter at the time. That was the kind of one of the first bad passes we've seen from Nick Hogue in this match. This is just put over. Let's see if Canada can block up. No, and they leave Kurek wide open. Wide open. Bieniek is also a really fantastic server. His hybrid is really good, and he has hair. Yeah, Ozzy, like he wasn't like it was like setup day or something. It was before the tournament. I had been at Ricoh Coliseum all day, setting up courts, and I got back to the Sheraton, and they're like, you need to take one of the Polish players to the hospital. Oh, wait, 2 seconds. I want to hear Dan, and then I'll just keep on telling this story. Okay. Once again, I've been really impressed by Lewis's timeouts. Like, they're always really specific. You got Fabio Azevedo, sorry. president with the former FIVB president, Ari Grassa. But yes, Ozzy, I did take him to the hospital. Not in that way. It was just for some checkups. But yeah, basically they told me that I needed to take one of the Polish players, and once again, I was still like, I knew most of those guys, but not quite everyone. But obviously knew who Kurek was, and show up at the lobby, and it was me, Mirek Perosa, who was the Ryerson coach at the time, who's Polish, and then Kurek, and then the Polish coach that went with us at the time was Andrea Gardini. And the four of us went, and Kurek needed some imaging. I forget what it was exactly. He actually didn't end up playing that weekend, I don't think, in that World League weekend. That was actually the first time ever Poland beat Brazil as well, too, or one of the first times ever in a really, really good match. And there we go. Canada's fighting away there with a really good swing by transition. Is Claire Hanna no longer play for Canada? Claire Hanna hasn't played for Canada in like 12 years. Like she played for Canada a long time ago. But Claire Hanna is also like, she's a full-time reporter for TSN with Natalie. I'm not entirely sure where you are from, but she's the beat reporter in Ottawa. So she covers the Ottawa Senators of the NHL. She covers the Ottawa Red Blacks of the CFL. She's done some huge reporting for like the Women's FIFA World Cup, Men's Hockey World Championship. She's done Wimbledon. Claire Hanna is one of my favorite broadcasters in Canada because I'm very proud to call her a friend, and I've loved watching her. And I love the fact that, I did give Claire did work for Volleyball Source back in 2015 at the 2015 Calgary National Championships. Did give her kind of, not her start, but, like a little bit of experience early on. And then, whenever it comes volleyball time, Claire and I have a nice little chat, and I get her caught up in everything that's been happening in the volleyball world. So Claire Hanna is an absolute gem and she's also a wonderful person too. Like, I've never met someone who doesn't like Claire Hanna. Like, she is so genuine with coaches and players too. Yeah, let's go, Hogue. Hey, the boys sticking with it here. See, if Canada, especially with the way that our blocking is, if we can stay with like 1-2, maybe even 3-3 might be pushing it, but if we can stay within that 1-2 gap, like if we can play that game with Poland, we could steal a set at the end. We can steal a set at the end of the set. Jesse Elser coming in as that serving sub. Puchak with that low pass, and this is what I talk about Semeniuk. A tough situation. It's a fast pass. He's ready to go. His feet are there, and he just hits a fantastic shot. Like, that is a textbook shot. That's a classic. Put a bench before that last like meter and a bit-ish in the back of the court. You say you got to hit it past the bench, but still inside. Wonderfully done by Semeniuk. Think a little give and go with Jackson Young to the outside. He puts it away. Jonathan Lagarde, I actually really like him. Once again, I got to meet him and chat him with him in Ottawa quite a bit. I think he brings, he's a very good professional that does his research. Oh, just sneaking that one through. I think he's a really good professional that does his research, and I like the energy that he brings to the game. And Kennedy, I'm going to keep my opinions to myself there. That's a nice dig by Comenda. Tight set there. Oh! That's a really good vision on that play by Leon, and showed kind of caught in no man's land. I need to see him make a decision. Either you're blocking or you're playing defense. He can't be doing neither. And you see he's going to pull off there, and immediately Leon sees that and hits that shot. Oh, nice serve there by Young. Good pickup there by McCarthy. I'm not entirely sure if that was the set from Elger. That was definitely a little. Definitely a little bit outside. Oh, good. Much better shot there from Nick. That's a really good bounce back. You know what? I've been really, really happy for Nick with the way that he's played in these World Championships. There was a lot of Nick Hogue slander before. And like he's a guy who has been playing for this team since 2013. Right? He played his first World League in 2013, has played for this team for 12 years. There we go. There we go. Sticking with them, staying with them. Natalie Smith, unfortunately not. Lavia broke his hand right before the tournament, had to get surgery, and he's going to be out for most of, if not all, the season. I love how the Turkish fans are still in this chat. Big, I have to give so much love to our Turkish fans. Like some of my favorite people in the Discord are Turkish, and they really make our community better. And then you guys really show up for your team, and I think that's awesome. I just love it that Turkey isn't playing, but you guys are still out here throwing your flags in the chat. But good for y'all. Oh, get there! Oh. It's like those opportunities are going to come for few and far between, especially against Poland. That was a very good opportunity, very good block. If Landon is in there, I think that's a dig. No offense, Finn. Yeah, Canada does have to stay in the set. They've done a much better job at staying in this set. At this point, I'd just like us to see one. I'd just like us to win one. Let's start with that. Landing like outside of the blue. And Show has been very, very good. I'm curious, how do you feel about Show playing in Korea? In theory, he can get better against playing taller players. So here's, I'll say this about Show playing in Korea. I haven't asked him this, but I do partly think that part of the reason why he's back with the national team is that his stock has started to fall internationally, right? He played for like a middle of the pack Japanese team, and sure, he was putting up some good numbers. But like it wasn't like a playoff team. Like they weren't really making an impact. And then hasn't been playing internationally. And however you want to look at it, playing internationally is what makes you your name in volleyball. Like you have to be a very, very, very good player. And yeah, I think that his stock has started to fall a little bit, and I think playing on the national team is a good way to get your stock back up, right? It's a good way to show that you can still ball. And also, as like I've talked about, there's some other factors too of why I think he rejoined the team. Like I know that he didn't have the greatest experience at the Tokyo Olympics. When the team went with maybe some of our older guys, and the coach went with who he trusted, compared to who was maybe playing some better ball at the time. Yeah, good swing by Show, hitting Semeniuk. And I think that one of the reasons why he would come back to the national team is to raise his stock a little bit, because to be honest, like no one of quality wants to be playing in Korea. Sure, you're going to make good money, but you're going to get a lot of volume, and it's just not a league necessarily that like is up to the standards. Like it's not a Poland or let's go, we're all tied up, baby, all tied up. We're in on this one. But I do think that there's a few other reasons, like one of them being the fact that Kofi is back on this team. They were very good friends, if not best friends, growing up here in Ontario, if not playing for rival clubs, in Packman and the Titans Volleyball Club. And then also like Dan Lewis, like Show has always been a Dan Lewis guy. He grew a lot under him at the FTC, and he grew a lot under him at FTC, and I've always said that, if Dan Lewis would come back, it might give an opportunity for Show to come back. I said that earlier when Dan Lewis was named to head coach, and I was right, as per usual. I love Luca Poro and Botolo, but I'm sure FIVB won't take a risk for letting them play, especially for quarterfinals. Well, Natalie Smith, he's got to let one of them play. Because other than that, you're going with Francesco Sani. So, Sani is the fourth on that depth chart. I would go with Botolo. Botolo had a better club season than Lavia. Botolo was better this year playing for Lube than Lavia was playing for Trentino. Ooh, that's... Andrea Carbonari, if you were betting on Korean volleyball and it was a phenomenal Canadian, it was probably Gavin Schmidt playing for Samsung at the beginning of the 2010s. Up until recently, he had a lot of the scoring records in the Korean league until Nomori Keita came along. Fornal just came on a few points ago for Leon. Once again, that's a really good vision by Jackson Young. I could see Jackson Young playing in Poland for sure. That's why I hope he has a really good showing here. Kofi, man. Oh my goodness. I love that Kofi's former club coach loves putting on these online clinics. Didn't teach Kofi how to coach to play though. I will say, so I actually coached against Kofi when he was 16, and at the beginning of the season we were beating his Scarborough Titans team, and by the end we were not, because Kofi's just started taking over. Kofi 1 for 2 in attack with 1 block. He also has 3 errors. He has not put in a serve yet. Elgert. Putting Poland in a tough spot. This is going to be a free ball. This is our chance right here, right now. All hitters in. Gives it to McCarthy. That scoop at Popivchek. And Kulak, he misses that. Let's go. Canada in the lead. This is exactly what I was saying earlier, right? All we need to do is stay with them. Just can't let them run away too much. Got to stay level-headed inside out, go point for point, and then if we can get towards the end of the set and possibly be in a chance to be able to steal it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Of course, that win percentage has not changed an inch, not even 0.5%, even though Canada is leading here in the second set. But I mean, that one makes sense. Ooh, Jackson Young's swinging at a pretty high clip right now. Jackson Young is 6 for 9 in attack. Good job, bud. Passed up by 4 now. Right side. Semeniak, he's shut down. Let's go. We're all tied up. Let's go. Of course, the boys, the bench rushes the court like we've won the match. Let's go. Get your bike ready. Oh, hey, you know what? We're already like if we lose a match playing like this, that's fine. That's all right. If we lose a match playing like we did against Turkey, that's where it sucks. But once again, Canada's a very, very good bounce back team. We've seen really, really good play by Canada after all three of their worst losses of the season now. Jackson Young, too. Nipissing University, baby. Stand up. Let's go. All right, let's see. Look at some of these stats here. Oh, I guess I never left the stat page. No, Harambe, RIP. It wasn't actually a controversial call. I just don't think that should be a call in volleyball. That's just me being me. You know, I'm right though. As per usual, I'm right. Jackson Young, 6 for 9 in attacking with a block here early on for 7 points. Coming in off the bench, you love to see it. Show with 11. He's been doing a really good job at just staying really steady, really efficient. Only 2 unforced errors in attack by Team Canada, doing a much better job at not getting blocked, doing a much better job from the last match against Turkey. Oh, let's see what Dave has to say here with Dan. Dan always gives the best mid interviews. He actually says what's happening there. Dan celebrating with Jackson drink. Harambe, okay, you need to be on our side here. No. Dan Lewis is pretty straight edge, I think. Actually, no. Dan Lewis can put back the drinks. How many aces on each team? That is a good question. 2 aces for Canada. And then we'll go over to Poland here. 4 aces for Poland. Poland 19 for 40 on attack. Actually, let's research this. 25 for 49. Gerbich is pissed. Dave's face. Oh, Dave Rogers, that was too good. Too good. Oh, that was really awesome. Yeah, Xander's on the bench right now. We did see him come in a little bit against Turkey. Schwartz took the summer off. I know he was in the gym a little bit, but he headed out. And then Lepke just decided to take another year off. His wife had another kid this year. So, you know, he like one thing, and if you want to go back and look on this channel, I did do an interview with Dan Lewis at the beginning of the year. And one thing that he really talks about is that balance of, you know, being an athlete and then also being a father. And that's something that maybe in the past wasn't necessarily a priority, let's say, for Team Canada volleyball. But now with like the depth that we've come up and the programs that have been instilled Underneath, like there is room for guys like Stephen Marr to take a summer off because he's having a kid, for Denny Demyanenko to take a summer off because he's having a kid, for Lepke to take a summer off because he's having another kid, for Schwartz to take some time for himself and to be able to recover. Even Brody Hofer, who was our top scorer in the VNL, can't be here due to sickness, who came down with something just before this tournament. So Canada's really started to show its depth a little bit, and that's really good for some of the guys in our program. Especially because, and a lot of people don't, ooh, that's a really good block there. Show swing a little long, but for a lot of these European guys, if you're playing, you're generally playing in your home country where you get to see your family and friends, or you're playing in Europe where it's a quick, plane ride or bus ride or train ride away after a Saturday afternoon match to go home and to see your family a little bit. In Canada, you don't get that. In the US, you don't get that. You have to be overseas all year long. You come back for the littlest times. Oh, great pickup, Curry. Let's go. He got that touch. Challenge that. No, never mind. McCarthy's saying no. If you guys go back a little bit, back to when Matt Anderson was playing for Zenit Kazan, he took some time off, and everyone was saying it was because of mental health. And when you're playing for a North American team, you go from your club team and if you get a week off in between club team and national team season, you're lucky. Some of these guys got no time. They had to go straight to the GAT and to start training, or they got one day. So taking time off is really, really important, and it's really tougher. And that's also why you're seeing guys like Matt Anderson or TJ DeFalco or Jashki or Russell not playing for the US too. It's a lot harder for the North American guys who never get to see their friends and family back home and never really get a time off as well. So that's why we're not seeing as many of these Canadian guys on the team. Just tipped over nicely there by Show. Great pickup. Good slow down by Canada's block. And this is how I know we're prepared, because our block has been in on this game. Good pickup there by Landon. Hogue. Oh, on transition. Just tried to go a little too thumb down on the outside shoulder. But this is where we could lose the set. Like, you can't win the set at the beginning, but you can definitely lose the set at the beginning. This is where Canada needs to tighten back up and find their side out in this moment. Yikes. What are you talking about, Euro volley? He didn't accept Euro volley. Like, Euro volley is competition for, like, it's the European Championships. Lepke can't accept Euro volley. Very, very specific instructions there by Dan Lewis. Nice little communication there from Jackson and Hogue. What you talk about, Willis? And I can make your hands clap. This one is on the very short approved list of songs by Volleyball World. Oh. Just a little bit of struggling here for Canada in the beginning of set number 3. You can tell that Poland has turned it up a notch. Let's see what Kurek can do here. Oh, that's another big serve. Oh. One of you has to go for that. Ah. Ah, that one's tough. Good pass there by Jackson. He'll get it back. Ooh, Kuhak with the dig. Hand dig, too. Oh, that's up, that's up, that's up. No, I don't think that's up. Good track down, though, by Curry. And, Canada needs to tighten some things up here. We're going back to set number 1, where Poland came out with such a good start. And Kurek, once again, he's been on a nice little run here for Poland. Yeah, there we go, Kof. Got to get the middle involved a little bit more here, especially Kofi. Kofi's a guy who can play at their level, and they can't really get shut down. No, Schnitz hasn't got any court time. Ooh, that's a little long. Like even in the fire sale. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Even in the file sale of our roster against Chucky, they brought in Howe. Oh, Heslinga back in. What are they chanting in the stadium? Nice little chase down there from Canada. Oh, on Cuba with a little give and go. Gets it back, goes crossbody, and oh. I'm not entirely like... Jackson doesn't need to set that ball because he's setting it to himself. He just needs to pop it up high to the middle. Yeah, we just need to tidy some things up. Our first pass is letting us down a little bit here in set number 2. Leon with a little bit of an off-speed shot. Now here's Young once again. Oh, Jackson Young, let's go. Let's go, buddy. I want to see the replay of where that went. That was 3 blockers in front of him. Oh, he went OT over Comenda. Natalie, the only time we're going to be able to see Show versus Romano is potentially in the finals. Oh, no, I guess not. Could be the semis, but... And once again, if we get our roster back, like we get like next summer or the 2028 world champs or 2027 world champs, want to add Lepke and Mar and Demyanenko to this roster, Brody Hofer coming in off the bench. I'll be perfectly honest. Like Schwartz will have to fight for a roster spot. Like Schwartz and Xander is a really strong opposite trio, and you can only have 2 of the guys there. There we go. Canada doing a good job to come back a little bit here. 1 point at a time. You can only score 1. Yeah, really good job there by Elgert to reverse that flow. Huber just leaves a little bit of a gap, and Show is going to find that. Great job. Oh, that actually wasn't a little bit of a gap. That was a lot of a gap. Ooh, Elgert bringing some heat. Ah, that's a good swing by Kurek. I have to say that of all the players I saw play post COVID, I thought that Max Elgert was the best, got the best. Like, I think that he spent some time during COVID just training in the gym and just getting stronger. And I thought it really, really helped his game. Oh, show, let's go. But yeah, like Elgert came back after that COVID year and started playing, like started hitting the ball on his serve because he's a setter just a lot harder. Do you think Kamena is a better setter than Janusz or Lomach? Than Lomach, yes, absolutely. Janusz, I think they're different. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, there we go, Isaac. Get it going again. Get it going again. Nice little push here from Canada. We still got to like once again, we need to get within that to that 1-2 points. Jackson Young. Good rip. Pulling Papivchek off. And then a block. Let's go, boys. Isaac Heslinga with a great bounce back. Didn't start this game strong, but he's done a really good job coming in strong here in the third. As now, Poland's taking that timeout. Poland is forced to call a timeout here as... oh, wait. We're not going over to... Let's see here how Canada... Just for set number 3. So, it's 3 for 7 so far. Isaac is 1 for 1, but he has a 2 points with that block. Jackson, 1 for 3. Og, a little bit quiet now. Of course, I guess that's why we brought in Heslinga. We're in a good spot. I think Canada's in a good spot here. Let's check out Poland, what they've been doing. Yeah, there's no way there's 5,000 people at this game. I'm sorry. Kurek with 3, Leon with 2, and Kuba with 2 so far here early in this third set. Oh, that's a good shot by Huber. That's a good shot by Huber. I'm not entirely sure if it was in or out. Oh, I think that was going out. I think that was going out. Yeah, Finn. There we go. Adam Smith, I don't think that Kofi is overpowering Kokonovsky. I think that Kofi has the ability to play with similar speed to Kokonovsky, but with much greater height. Because he can contact that ball so much higher than anyone else. Remember, Kokonovsky loves going underneath. He's really, really fast. Has really good footwork. But Kofi in that situation, yeah, Kofi in that situation is going to go OT on Kokonovsky for sure. Oh, a really good late touch there by Kofi. Really, really good late touch. But I think that's exactly the ball that like Dan Lewis is saying he wants us to be up in that situation, because that's where they're hitting and playing defense. Free ball sent over here. Show on a faster ball. There we go. Putting it away. Nice little one-handed pass there by Kof. Just a little beep, beep. Looking like DeCheco out there. Kofi even just doing a nice little jump. Blocking the middle blocker from being able to see in transition. Was that a Taylor Averill thing first? I'm not entirely sure who did that first. I know Averill has done it. Little A little that was close though. That was close. See, the thing is, I won't lie. I question Bolt 6 sometimes. There we go. Great run. Get in the middle involved here. Alger doing a really good job at forcing Kof, especially into that gap, like right there. Like in that, especially with that Komenda Kokonovsky gap, like that is something there that they're gonna have a hard time stopping Kofi. Oh, Semeniuk in the pipe. Show was right there, right there. Oh, nice little Perugia jersey right there. Who's 14 on Perugia? Was that Semeniuk? Nice little shot of Shalpuk there. Big part of that 2018 World Championship under Vital Heinen, who's now coaching for China. Yeah. Block touch? Block touch? I like how this ref is kind of like talking through with the other referee. You hear a little bit of how he feeling. No touch, eh? Darn. Darn. It's too bad, eh, bud? Thank you, Stefan. Once now that we're not playing you guys, I can be a Turkish fan again. Oh, good pass there by Curry. And that back door is just open for show. Fireball. That's another one I hate. I hate those choreographed plays. Oh, Elser with a bit of a... Oh, good scoop. Good scoop by Heslinga. Now here's Young. That's going to be picked up by Show. Another opportunity at the net. McCarthy picked up by Popivchuk. Well done. Elser going to handle that one. Now outside, Jackson Young. Let's go, boys. Let's go, baby. Do I think DeCecco surpasses Gianelli? Yes. As a pure setter, DeCecco is about as good as it gets. Such a smart play. Good vision there by Finn McCarthy. And Canada's starting to crawl back. Crawling back here. Oh, get their show. No, that's tough. That's tough. Just textbook standard there by Kamil Semeniuk. Down the line, off the hands. Great swing. Big fan of Jelser too. Best beard in the game. I think Jesse Elser does have the best beard in the World Championships. I don't think anyone can compete with that. As Messi did a little bit of that ginger tinge. Huber's first touch there, real beachy. Good scoop. Oh. Huber getting that second shot, going block out. 14 is Yuki. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Why someone in the Philippines would have a Yuki Ishikawa Perugia jersey. I have a Popivchuk JW jersey here somewhere. I have a Monza Stephen Marr jersey as well. That one's game worn though, which is pretty cool. I like that one a lot. I wore it to a rave one time, and one person was like, "Is that a Stephen Marr jersey?" And I was like, "Yeah." Get the sticker in here on my hat. I apologize for that. Shut that down. Oh, Algert was there. He was so close, so close. And Semenya, God, he's just such a smart swinger. He's just so smart when he's swinging on that ball. As you can tell, I've been a Semenya fanboy for a long time. Great swing. Jackson Young. Feel like a broken record, but I've continuously been impressed by him this year. You know, like whenever he's coming off the bench for us, he's been so strong. And his efficiency is up there as well, too. Once again, I wouldn't be surprised if a Polish team picked him up. Maybe in like the winter transfer or the winter transfer window. No, this should be my Poland or my Canada tab, not my Poland tab. Show with 16, Young with 10. That's a short little rollie picked up there by McCarthy. Oh, yikes. And this is where it's starting to unravel again for Canada. You reckon Yuki almost becoming more inconsistent in past his prime? Not to say he's not near his prime, but probably like 80% of what he was before. I just think that when it comes to some of these guys, that I think there's some ups and downs. Yuki is a guy that like how old is Yuki Ishikawa? He's only 29. Right, I think that sometimes that you see these ups and downs from a player, and like Yuki carries the weight of a nation on his shoulders in so many ways, and it's a little unfair about how much pressure that he gets, way more than a lot of other players. So no, I think Yuki Ishikawa will be fine and bounce back fine. I don't have a Zatorsky jersey. No, unfortunately, I don't. The Piefczak jersey was a gift from my good friend Matt Harris, who went and did a tour and spent some time in a bunch of Plus Liga gyms. He coaches for in the Canadian national team system with like the B team and the NEP and the junior team, and then and stuff like that. So yeah, I was hanging out with him during VNL Ottawa, and he is like Matt Harris is one of like my biggest influences in terms of understanding pro and international volleyball at a younger age. So I love watching volleyball with him. He's got this like crazy, like I call him the autistic volleyball coach, because like I love Matty to death. He's a little bit awkward, and it's coming who's also neurodivergent, just on the other end of the spectrum with my ADHD. You know, I fully understand it, but he sees things that like other people just don't, and it's so obvious to him, or it's like just not normal. So he brought a whole back of jerseys, and he gave me one of them. But it's awesome because he coaches in a really like underprivileged area. He's also the technical director of the Ottawa Fusion Volleyball Club. Great swing show, I love that. And he gives a lot of these jerseys to like some of his underprivileged players. So yeah, I was lucky enough to get one, but I know that I'm more and more likely going to be making a Euro trip this year. My partner is a dancer, and she is dancing at a festival in the Netherlands, and I think they're doing Spain afterwards too, possibly. So I always love watching her dance and supporting her. So it's just a really good opportunity for me to go to Europe as well. And I think I'll spend some extra time as well there by myself, touring a few different places. Like Poland has to be a place that I go to, as well as Italy. I've never seen a pro volleyball match in person, which is insane considering how much volleyball I've watched in my life. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the opportunity. Canada doing a really good job at building some momentum now for the next set. And I still think it's a bit of a stretch to score 5 in a row here, especially against a team like Poland. But if you can get into your rhythm and start building some rhythm for the next set, like that, we're still in this. You know, this game isn't over until they win 3, and they haven't even won 2 yet. show. Little chopper in. Good scoop there by Landon. Great job. And Xander in for the block, gets the kill. Gerbich not looking happy, but I'm happy. Really good shot there by Xander Kaczynski. I've been taking you on and I'm on with you. Whoa, whoa. Score is currently 24-20. Ma'am, I'm blaming that one on you. Okay? I'm blaming that one on you because as soon as your comment said is they're going to score 5, you put that one on the net. So that's your fault. All right, 25-20. Sorry, I apologize. Getting Yanni here. 25-20 for Poland here. After the third set. They lead 2-1. Canada, 11 errors in that set. Ugh. Always tough. Let's head over to the stats here just to see what actually happened. Let's go to set number 3 just to be a little bit more specific with it. Show had 8 in the third here. He was 8 for 12 and attacking. Yikes. That's delicious. Kofi, 2 for 4. Xander, 1 for 1. Jackson Young, 3 for 8. Heslinga, 1 for 2. And McCarthy, 1 through 3. 4 hitting errors for Team Canada and continue to struggle on the serve. We missed 7 serves in this set. Let's look on the Poland side of things here. Who led them in this set? Kurek had 5. Semeniuk has 3. Leon 1 for 3. I'm not entirely sure why they pulled him out. Oh, maybe it was just for like a little bit more energy with Fornal. But yeah, limiting the errors. I'm going to go back to Canada's and see. We have missed so many serves in this match in general. No. I want Canada all sets, not Poland set 3. It's Volley Station. I love your stuff. Hey, can we get some digs on this, please? And then can we just not have it refresh every single time? 16 missed serves through 3 sets of play. It's tough for Team Canada. Danon 0 for 4 in serving. Hogues missed 3. Shows missed 5. Young's missed 2. And McCarthy has missed 2. I'm not sure whether show a Nick Hogue there, considering he got subbed out and didn't even play the majority of that set. Can we figure this broadcast out, please? Like, can we just do a better job with it? Why is the bar on the floor all the time? Yeah, man, don't tell me to shut up when you're out here jinxing us, okay? Are we going back with Hogue at the start of the set? I don't think so. Semeniuk is a smart outside hitter, but not as clutch as other Polish outside hitters and lacks the energy. I would disagree with to say that he's not as clutch. I wouldn't necessarily disagree that he lacks the energy, but I just think that's how he is. Like, he's calm, cool, and collected. All right, we are getting set off here underway with set number 4 and much of the same. Canada misses another serve. We are honestly the worst serve pass nation in the world of volleyball. Thank God we can do some other things right. Outside here to show. Oh, that was over. Oh, I thought that was going to be out. Or he must have hit the block on the way out there. Oh, it looks like it was just in by that reaction of Heslinga. Big fan of Kubakov Kanovsky too. Big fan. Huber, good serve. Right side, Kurek. He's going to be blocked. Recycle here. What is going on? These decisions. You can literally see Gerbich with the Fenty lean over there, upset with that play, but a good dig by Comenda. Outside to Leon. Oh, what a swing off the block. What a swing off the block by Wilfredo Leon. Just that quick draw, quick arm, hard off the block. As those two men are intrinsically linked right now in their search for their first ever world championship. Good recycle there by Heslinga. Really patient play. I like that. Ooh, bit of miscommunication. Now just tipped over. Oh! Ah! That's the undisciplined play that we don't need, and all of a sudden we're down by 4 again. Oh, just the smallest of touches. Smallest. Like, there's a lot of empty seats there, eh? I really don't understand what the point of it is bringing it to the Philippines if the ticket prices are going to be too expensive and you're going to price out the locals. Like, this is volleyball. No one's really, like, not that, other than the Poles, people aren't really traveling that far to watch the Volleyball World Championships. I'd love it to be different, but we just don't market the sport well enough. You know, we do zero marketing for this sport. It's one of my biggest gripes of volleyball. We just market it terribly. We have no idea how to sell our sport. Oh, I thought that was close. I thought that was going to be close. Pack your bags, love and tea. No going away from me. All right. Bober curva. Oof. Yeah, absolutely. Potato smiles. Like, if you had just kept the ticket prices of what they were for the VNL for, not this past season, but the 2 seasons before that, we would have had filled stadiums with some of the best fans in the world. Like, I truly believe that. Like, I was talking about it in the Discord yesterday about how the Philippines is truly one of the spiritual homes of volleyball. Yeah, I know, but it goes way back. Like, Casper, it goes way back. Or Kosser. It goes way back for the Philippines. Like, bro, they were playing volleyball in like the 1910s. Like, this is an innovative country that is once again a spiritual home, and yet we priced out the locals. Like, there's so many people in our Discord talking about how they can't afford to be at these games. It's really good to have all this volleyball empowerment and to be moving into areas that like we don't typically play in, but there needs to be more done to be able to make sure that locals can afford to see the matches. And once again, I'm not saying that that's necessarily like a volleyball world thing. That may be the that may be the local organizers, and is most, from my understanding of how things work, that is most likely the local organizers who determine the prices of tickets. I'm not entirely sure if the score is wrong. I haven't noticed the score being wrong, but I'm also just talking nonstop. So We did really wake up the beast when we won that set, which is like as it should be a little bit. We need to come back a little bit aggressive, and we haven't been too aggressive out here. Yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong at all. Ooh. Natalie Smith, I would very much disagree with that. They hype up a lot of teams. They cheer for a lot of teams. Like they hyped up their own team the most. And if Japan is their favorite team, so be it. But if you only have enough money to go to one match, you're going to go see your favorite team. Yeah, good swing show. That's a good answer. I honestly, back in the day, back at the 2012 World League, I remember there was a Polish guy who was trying to help us and kept on making comments about our organization and like not Volleyball Canada organization, but organization of the event. And they were saying, well, if Canada ever wants to host a world championship one day, they're going to need to do something that's better. And I like audibly laughed at him. And I was 20 years old at the time being like, yo, what do you mean Canada hosting a world championship? Fast forward 13 years to 2025, and the way that Volleyball Canada and their local organizing partners like in Ottawa and Quebec City have done such a fantastic job of creating a continuity of bringing volleyball to the country and having people in the stands. Like the VNL, the only location for VNL, that was a fantastic swing by Young. The only location for VNL that has hosted every single edition has been Ottawa. And Canada is known within volleyball world as having the best non-home team crowds. Like our fans show up for non-home team crowds. So I think that if we hosted a world championship, like Quebec City, Ottawa, have to have like a Toronto, maybe Mississauga in there, but I think like the Rico or whatever that are smaller, like where the smaller rink here in downtown Toronto, and then maybe something like in Calgary or something. I think Canada would do a really good job at hosting a world championship, and you could get some really, really good numbers even for non-Canadian matches. Because we also have so many immigrants in our country that like we have, like when I want to promote to Polish teams, I like call up like the Polish consulate and embassy and like the Polish groups, and you have Poles in the crowd. Another net touch there for Canada, and it sucks because I feel like our play gets better and we gain a little momentum when we make a good play inside out, and then we hurt ourselves by not even allowing that ball to continue. Oh, good swing there by Jackson. 3-man block here on Kurek. He's just going to go high over the top. Hogue with the touch up. Now Show on the outside. He puts it through. Great swing there by Schwan Vernon Evans. Oh, just a little bit of a gap there between Huber and Leon. And this is a juncture right here where if Canada can pull back a couple of the points, pull within even just one more. Tough. Ooh. But Natalie Smith, those crowded countries are only crowded for the home team matches. Go back and watch the 2022 World Championships. Go back and watch VNL in Brazil and in Poland and stuff like that. Poland fans will show up for halfway through the match before the Polish match. But if Poland's not playing that day, you're not going to get anyone out to those other matches. Same thing with Brazil. Like we had Brazilian fans in our chat being like, "Oh, Brazil is always full." No. The Mercatozino is empty when Brazil's not playing. Same thing with Italy too, right? These like volleyball really lacks volleyball fans. right? We have fans of our countries. Now I have a lot of opinions on that as to why, but that's just not right now. Is not the time to talk about it. As quick swings nicely down the line there. So yeah, once again, as I say, I know this for a fact. Canada has the best non-home team crowds in the VNL, bar none. And once again, that has to be given credit to Volleyball Canada. They have put a priority at bringing volleyball to Canada. Literally every I can't think of a single year where there hasn't been some type of event, whether it's NORCECA, whether it's beach, whether it's VNL. Canada has done a fantastic job at bringing events to Canada. And back in 2023, Canada was ranked second in overall hosting scores by Volleyball World after only Poland. So yeah, we do a really good job here. And people have to credit Volleyball Canada for that. Good pass there by Curry. Got to unlock Kofi there. Got to unlock Kofi there for sure. If we're going to be that in system, we got to get him going, especially with Kokonovsky in front of him. Like actually Kokonovsky is full commit, full press on Kofi there. That's a really good block by Komenda. Really good block by Komenda. Oh, there we go, Landon. Thrown down by Kofi. Good dig by Kurek, though. Then Kuba, that's out. Did we touch that? Yes, Martin Vasilev. It is 100% confirmed. Ottawa and Quebec City will be hosting VNL again, once again. Well, I don't know if, no, it's confirmed. I'm going to say that. It is 100% confirmed that Ottawa and Quebec City will be hosting. I think I'm flips. I think the men are going to be going back to Ottawa and the men to Quebec City. Can be the problem with having volleyball in Toronto is that there's so many things that happen in Toronto that it gets lost in the sauce a little bit. In the summertime, you've got TFC, you've got the Argos, you've got the Blue Jays, you've got a million festivals, and it is a difficult situation to have to play. Also, because of the requirements too of like hotel rooms and all of that stuff, to host it in Toronto costs a lot of money, a lot of money. And it's just way more feasible and I think way more successful to host it in a place like Quebec City and Ottawa. Like also too is that the thing is that Volleyball Canada, while they do choose who is the host of it, it goes through a bid process. So a bid process does have to come through a Toronto group, right? Like OSEG, the Auto Sport and Entertainment Group, who own the TD Place and stuff like that, do such a good job and are such a massive partner and part of that Ottawa VNL. And the same thing with Gilles Lépine and his team in Quebec. Like they do such a great job at building all of that. Whereas I don't know if that is necessarily present here in Toronto. There's no there's no one to really run that and to push that forward. And you would need to have to really big, like honestly, if for Toronto to host it properly, you'd need to bring in MLSE, I would think, because they have a monopoly essentially on everything within the city. And for those who don't know, MLSE is the Maple Leafs Sport and Entertainment Group, and they own the Toronto Maple Leafs, which are one of the biggest, like in terms of businesses, are one of the biggest sport franchises in the world. They own the Toronto Raptors, they own Toronto FC, so TFC football, soccer, and then they also own the Toronto Argos. And then now, because of just how everything is going, MLSE used to be part owned by Rogers and Bell, like our two big telecom companies here in Canada. And now it's just owned by Rogers, and Rogers also owns the Blue Jays of the MLB, so they're probably going to be brought in under that umbrella as well. So just the realities of hosting in Toronto is really, really tough. It would be really, really tough, and that's why I think it would only work in a situation where it's like it's a world championship. I think it's the only situation. And even then, I think it would have to go to put someplace like maybe like Mississauga. Also, too, because you want to be playing in a junior hockey rink. Like, you don't necessarily want to be playing in an NHL rink where they're going to host 20,000 people, because it like, we won't sell it out, right? Like back with my first World League that I got to go see, I saw Canada play Brazil back in the 2007 World League, which is showing how old I am once again. And we sold out Hershey Center in Mississauga at the time. There's 5,000 plus people. They were all Brazilian, and it was a lot of fun. The only time that Toronto worked was back in 2012, once again, when we hosted Poland, Brazil, and Finland for World League. And that was because at the same time, there was the Volleyball Canada Nationals were going on at the same time, literally in the exact same building down at the Ricoh Coliseum and the Enercare Center. So you had thousands of youth volleyball players playing right beside Canada, or right beside the World League. So Canada actually sold out the one time we beat Brazil on national TV. They're the number one team in the world at the time, beat them 3-2 in front of a sold out 8,000 person stadium, which until this year was a Canadian record. But it was because, it was even the transition days. So you had all of Canadian volleyball in one place, and it was a really special moment. It's something that I was like really happy to be a part of, and didn't realize how influential it would be for me at 20. I was just 20 years old. So, that's just out, yeah. So yeah, it's really tough to be able to host in Toronto, and even then, like when you look at like Italy, and you look at and Poland, you're not necessarily hosting it in the major cities. You're not hosting it in the bigger metropolises, because like even in volleyball countries, the big cities are for football, right? The big cities are for soccer. They're for other sports. Volleyball thrives in smaller communities, and that's just the reality of it. Oh, get there, landed nice. Outside to show. At this point, we're just playing for pride. Just playing for proud. Honestly, Joe, I think Hamilton would be a really good, like, whatever the, I'm sure it's called Scotiabank something, as every fucking stadium in this country is. I think Hamilton would actually be a really good option for a world championship. So would Vancouver too, though. Vancouver was in a Oh, that was in. Nice. Let's go. I think Vancouver would be a really good option. I think they did a fantastic job at hosting the Olympic qualifiers back in 2020. The crowds really showed up. Obviously, Calgary, with everything that they can do. I think Winnipeg also would be good. They have a really good volleyball culture there. And once again, nothing happens in Winnipeg. I'm allowed to say that because I'm from there. I was born there. Oh, Leon. Gross. Hogue. Oh, that's a really good dig there by Comendo. One-handed. Leon. Picked up by Elgert. Oh. Jackson wanted to set that one, but Cho just goes OT on that. I'm pretty sure Hamilton still has an OHL team though, Marie. Oh, it's the TD Coliseum. Of course it is. Of course it is. Ooh, just long there. Now we've got match point, Poland. TD Coliseum, up to 19,000. That must be with floor seating. Oh, yeah, capacity 1738. You know what? I think that would be a really, really good option. I really think that hosting games in Hamilton, if Canada was ever to host a World Championship, I think hosting games in Hamilton would be a really good option. Okay. Oh, Hogue. Oh, what a terrible way. What a terrible last point to end our season on as Poland closes it out. But all in all, not a terrible game from Team Canada. Kind of lost steam at the end of it, but also you're playing against an absolute juggernaut in Poland. Bravo there. And honestly, like, I'll do a recap and a breakdown of Team Canada volleyball, both the men and the women, in a little bit. But I have to say, overall, very happy and proud of what this team's been able to accomplish this year. And yeah, overall, really, really happy with what I saw from Team Canada this year on both sides. Just a lot of learning out there happening, being able to play the way that they have without some of our stars, without some of our best players, has been really, really heartening. Like, it's really shown the growth of Canadian volleyball over the years, that, you know, we can play without our best players, men and women, and still, you know, be amongst the better teams in the world. It'd be in the top 16. So yeah, all in all, very, very happy with what we saw from Team Canada this season. Congratulations to Poland. You guys deserve it. I like, for all of the storyline reasons, I really think that a big old Lubin, not Lublin. There's a difference. Yeah, for all the storyline reasons, I really want Poland to win this. I want Leon to win a World Championships. I want Gerbich to win a World Championships. And yeah, I'm also just a big fan of Polish volleyball in general. I mean, yes, Poland and Italy will see each other in the semifinals. I don't think that I know that, once again, because this tournament is planned out so lazily. Canada made 35 errors. Just can't be doing that over the course of 4 sets. Let's hear what we have to say by show. Yeah, definitely a right step in the right direction, show, for sure, for sure. Wouldn't be surprised if Nikolov, guys, Bulgaria is really good, but we got to stop glazing them like this. They got to make it. They got to make it out first. Thank you, Natalie. A little bit of voice of reason there in the chat. Show us no idea what time it is in Canada. I'm really happy to have him back on the national team. I'm really happy to see him being successful and doing well. It just feels right to have him on the national team. You know, I've got to watch shows since he was a kid, coming up here, playing in the OVA, playing on the beach, and I'm really, really happy to see him back in a Team Canada jersey. And I'm just happy that he's out there and it looks like he's having fun and he's enjoying it, and the team is having fun too. You're right, Becky. We did stay up on the other days, so you're right. We did need some recognition. Joe, thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Yeah, I don't think Poland needs to be worried about any of this stuff that's happening elsewhere. You know, Poland just needs to take care of Poland, and they don't really need to be. Yeah, they don't need to be focused on anything exterior other than their own team. Yeah, I think that's right from Poland too. Poland really needs to just keep on improving. You don't want to peak too early in a tournament like this. All right. Well, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in and watching along. Honestly, I really enjoy doing these watch alongs. I really enjoy. Oh wait, are we still gonna get Dan Lewis? Maybe we'll still get Dan Lewis. I'll turn that back on just to see. But oh yeah, here's Dan Lewis, and then I'll say goodbye to everyone. There's no growth without suffering or reflection. Absolutely, leading the head championships with the heads wild high. That's Canada should be. Like, once again, young team. This is honestly, I think it's a bit of a dream for Canada, the fact that we can send a roster like this to World Championships and still be relevant. And I think that man right there, Dan Lewis, has a lot of is a big reason why. You know, not just this year, but everything that he's done with the B team and everything else in the years before that. But Natalie, to get to the semifinals, they need to beat Bulgaria, like Slovenia and Bulgaria. The USA could absolutely go. Natalie Smith, I think you need to go and like look at the bracket. I don't think you're aware of what this bracket looks like. The US could make it to the finals. Absolutely. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I fully agree with him. I think Canada has so much. I think like Team Canada men's volleyball has so much to be proud of, and Dan Lewis is a huge part of all of that. And like when I say that he's a huge part of that, like that's an iceberg. What you saw this year is such a little part of what he's done for that program and what this program has done, you know, over the past number of years. And like, sure, like finishing at this stage, like we would have liked to have a better result against Turkey, play against the Dutch this morning, take on Poland in the quarterfinals. But all in all, very, very impressed and very proud with what Canada was able to do this summer. Tayo Alalde? No, I do not show the game. I'm not allowed to show the game. I get enough trouble as it is. I don't need that legal trouble on top of me as well. But everyone, I really appreciate everyone checking out coming and enjoying the watch along. Unfortunately, we're done for all of my Canadian fans, but we will continue. I will do watch along for all of the 8 a.m. matches. We'll do all of the 8 a.m. matches. I know Argentina, Italy is actually like the next 2 games is like the one bracket that I actually want to watch all of because I think it's the most interesting. But we'll see if I manage to get up at 3:30 and then do another one again at 8 a.m. in the morning. But probably just watch Belgium and Finland tomorrow morning. And then on Monday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time, it will be USA versus Slovenia, and I will be most likely joined by Joe once again. Okay? Merci beaucoup à tous. Thank you very much. Grazie. I don't know how to say thank you in Polish, but I really should learn. And yeah, everyone have a great day. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.